Hello, everyone. Today I am going to provide 10 tricks to improve your speaking, writing, listening English. Let's get started. 10 tricks on how to speak English fluently. Now that we've explored why English is hailed as the language of opportunity, let's dive into some practical tips on how to improve English speaking skills. And while you're at it, why not consider enlisting the help of our experts who you can pay to write paper? It's a win-win, improving your English while freeing up your schedule for other pursuits. Number 1, mimic native speakers. Let's kick things off with our first tip, which involves playing copycat with language. When you mimic native speakers, you get a feel for the rhythm, intonation, and pronunciation of English words and phrases. Here's how it works. Listen carefully. 2 native English speakers, whether it's in movies, TV shows, or everyday conversations, pay attention to how they say words, how they emphasize certain sounds, and how they string sentences together. Then, try to imitate them. Practice speaking like them, mimicking their tone and cadence. For example, if you're watching a TV show and a character says, "How's it going?" pay attention to how they say it, the casual tone, the slight rise in pitch at the end. Then, try saying it yourself, mimicking their style. It might feel silly at first, but it's a great way to train your mouth and ears to get used to English sounds. By doing so, you'll start to internalize the natural flow of English speech. Over time, you'll find that your own speaking becomes smoother and more natural. And before you know it, you'll be moving to the beat with ease. Number 2, twist your words for fluency. Tongue twisters are phrases or sentences that are difficult to say quickly and accurately because they contain similar sounds or tricky combinations of letters. You start with simple tongue twisters like "She sells seashells by the seashore," or "Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers." Practice saying them slowly at first, focusing on pronouncing each word clearly. Then, gradually increase your speed until you can say the tongue twister quickly without stumbling over your words. The key is to challenge yourself with increasingly difficult tongue twisters as you improve. For example, try saying unique, new, York or red leather, yellow leather 5 times faster. These tongue twisters will help you develop better control over your speech muscles and improve your pronunciation. Not only are tongue twisters one of the most fun English-speaking tips, but they also help train your brain to process and produce speech more quickly. Plus, they're a great way to warm up before important speaking tasks like presentations or interviews. Number 3, talk to yourself in a mirror. This trick might sound a bit silly, but it's a powerful way to boost your English speaking skills. Find a mirror, any mirror will do, and start talking to yourself in English. The conversation could be about anything: your day, your hobbies, your plans for the future. Speak out loud and try to articulate your thoughts as clearly as possible. The mirror serves as your audience, allowing you to see how you look and sound as you speak. Pay attention to your facial expressions, your body language, and your pronunciation. Are you speaking too quickly? Are you mumbling your words? Use the mirror to adjust your speaking style and make improvements. For example, you could practice introducing yourself in English. Hi, my name is your name. I'm from your city, country. Nice to meet you. Say it with a smile and make eye contact with yourself in the mirror. This simple exercise helps you become more comfortable speaking English and boosts your confidence. It is also a great way to practice real-life conversations and prepares you for speaking with others. Plus, it's a safe and judgment-free environment where you can make mistakes and learn from them. Number 4, practice role play. Continuing our tricks on how to start speaking English. This one turns learning English into a fun and interactive game where you get to step into different roles and scenarios. So, this is how it goes. You find a friend, family member, or even a stuffed toy to play along with you. Then, choose a scenario to act out together, like ordering food at a restaurant, asking for directions, or making small talk at a party. Then, assign roles. One of you can play the customer, while the other plays the waiter. For example, once you've got your roles sorted, dive into the scene and start speaking in English. Use the vocabulary and phrases you've been learning. 2. Make the conversation as natural as possible. Don't worry about making mistakes. That's all part of the fun. For example, if you're practicing ordering food at a restaurant, you could say, "I'd like the chicken sandwich, please," and a side of fries. Your partner can respond, "Sure, would you like anything to drink with that?" And you can continue the conversation from there. Role-playing helps you become more comfortable speaking English in real-life situations. It allows you to practice using the language in a practical and engaging way, while also building your confidence and fluency. And it's a great way to have fun and bond with your practice partner. With regular role-play practice, you'll soon find that speaking English becomes second nature, and you'll be ready to tackle any conversation with ease. Number 5, learn through music. Still wondering how to speak English? Well, this tip turns your language learning into a musical adventure filled with catchy tunes and memorable lyrics. You can start by choosing some English songs that you enjoy listening to. It could be anything, from pop hits to classic rock anthems to catchy tunes from your favorite movie soundtracks. Then, dive into the lyrics and listen to the songs carefully, paying attention to the words and phrases being sung. As you listen, try to sing along with the lyrics. Don't worry if you don't get every word right at first. The key is to have fun and immerse yourself in the music. Singing along helps you practice your pronunciation and rhythm while also reinforcing vocabulary and grammar concepts in a memorable way. For example, if you're learning English, you could listen to songs by artists like Ed Sheeran, Taylor Swift, or the Beatles. Sing along to their songs, paying attention to how they pronounce words and phrases. Try to mimic their style and expression as you sing, and don't be afraid to get creative with your interpretation. With regular practice, you'll find that learning English through music is not only fun, but also incredibly effective. Number 6, listen and repeat podcasts. This strategy adds a new dimension to your language learning journey by tuning in to podcasts designed specifically for English learners. Find podcasts that focus on English learning, where hosts speak clearly and cover a range of topics. These podcasts often include exercises where you listen to phrases or sentences and then repeat them aloud as you listen. Pay close attention to the pronunciation, intonation, and rhythm of the speakers. Then, repeat the phrases or sentences out loud, trying to mimic their style and expression. Don't worry if you don't get it perfect the first time. Practice makes progress. For instance, you might listen to a podcast episode about daily routines or travel tips. The host might say phrases like "I wake up at 7 a.m." or "How can I get to the airport?" Listen carefully and repeat these phrases after the host, focusing on getting the pronunciation just right. By exposing yourself to authentic English spoken at a natural pace, you'll train your ear to understand spoken English more easily. Number 7, surround yourself with English media. This method is one of the best tips and advice on speaking English we can give you. Surrounding yourself with English media immerses you in the language wherever you go, filling your environment with opportunities to listen, read, and speak in English. It's like having language lessons all around you, 24/7, without even realizing it. You can practice this by switching your everyday media consumption to English. Watch English language movies and TV shows, listen to English music and podcasts, and read English books, newspapers, and websites. You can also buy speech from our native speakers. The more you expose yourself to English, the more you'll absorb and internalize the language. For example, instead of watching movies or TV shows dubbed in your native language, opt for the original English versions with subtitles if needed. This way, you'll hear the actors speaking English and get used to the natural rhythm and intonation of the language. Over time, you'll find yourself understanding more and more without relying on subtitles. Number 8, Read aloud news articles regularly. This simple yet effective technique involves picking up news articles written in English and reading them out loud. Find news articles online or in newspapers that interest you. It could be about current events, science, sports, or anything else that catches your eye. Then, take some time each day to read through the articles, but with a twist. Read them out loud. As you read, pay attention to your pronunciation, intonation, and rhythm. Try to speak clearly and confidently, even if you come across unfamiliar words. The act of reading aloud helps reinforce your English language skills and improves your fluency. For example, let's say you're reading an article on what is a literary analysis essay. As you read each sentence, focus on enunciating the words clearly and conveying the meaning effectively. Take your time and don't rush through the article. The goal is to practice speaking English at a comfortable pace. Reading aloud news articles regularly not only improves your pronunciation and fluency, but also enhances your comprehension skills. By hearing yourself speak the language, you train your ears to recognize English sounds and patterns more easily. Number 9. Describe images or scenes aloud. Describing images or scenes aloud is a great way on how to become fluent in English. It will help you improve your English vocabulary, practice forming sentences, and build confidence in speaking. Let's say you're looking at a photo of a busy city street. You might start by describing the tall buildings towering over the sidewalk, the bustling crowd of people hurrying past, and the colorful cars zooming by. By using descriptive language, you can paint a vivid picture of the scene for someone who can't see the photo themselves. Maybe you're watching a movie scene with your friends. Instead of staying silent, you could describe what's happening on screen in English. For example, you might say, "The main character is walking down a dark alley, looking nervous," or "There's a big explosion and debris is flying everywhere." By narrating the action, you practice using English to describe visual information. This technique isn't just for photos and movies. You can also describe scenes from your own life or imagination. For instance, you could talk about a recent trip to the beach, describing the golden sand, the sparkling ocean waves, and the seagulls soaring overhead. Or you could imagine a fantasy world with dragons and wizards, describing the magical landscapes and mythical creatures. The idea is the next time you see an interesting picture or watch a captivating movie, don't just keep it to yourself. Describe it aloud in English and bring the scene to life. Number 10. Share short stories in a group setting. Finally, gather your friends, grab a comfy spot, and start sharing your stories. This activity is like hosting a storytelling session with friends, where everyone takes turns sharing short stories or anecdotes in English. Each person could share a personal experience, a funny anecdote, or a fictional tale they've written. For example, you might share a story about a memorable trip you took, a funny encounter you had, or a suspenseful adventure you imagined. As you listen to others' stories, pay attention to how they structure their sentences. Use descriptive language and engage the audience. Take mental notes of phrases or expressions they use that you find interesting or useful in your own storytelling. When it's your turn to share, take a deep breath and dive into your story. Speak clearly and confidently, using descriptive language to paint a vivid picture for your listeners. Don't worry about getting everything perfect. The goal is to practice speaking English and have fun sharing stories with others. Sharing short stories in a group setting is not only a great way to improve your English speaking skills, but also to connect with others and build friendships. It creates a supportive environment where everyone can learn from each other and encourage one another to improve. Plus, you'll create lasting memories and bonds with your fellow storytellers along the way. Thanks for watching this video.